Wee. How's it going, guys? I'm here to talk about The Lion King. I just saw it last night. Overall thoughts is it was very good. It was better than I thought it would be. When I heard Lion King remake, immediately I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to see that because I love the original Lion King, and I don't want them to ruin it. I already got Pet Cemetery remake this year, which kind of, you know, ruined that chance of a good remake. But walking out, it's really, really good. It's an exact shot for shot remake, so just know that going in. Probably could tell by the trailers already. And you could say that that's a bad thing, but I mean, The Lion King is a perfect movie. Really, I think that that's kind of an objective statement. It's a great movie, the original. So there being a new Lion King, you don't want him to try to do too much other stuff different. Having a shot for shot remake is kind of cool in a way because it's essentially like when you have the video game remasters of old video games. You know, you're still playing the video game that you love, it's just with better graphics. And The Lion King is the same kind of thing. You're still seeing the movie that you love, just with better graphics. So I wouldn't call it a remake. I would essentially just call it like an update, essentially. Timon and Pumbaa were fucking awesome in this movie. Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner were hilarious. They were one thing that was a little different than the original. They would kind of reference the fact a little bit that they were in a movie. Not like breaking the fourth wall, but they would just like say little things that kind of like, you know, if you know it's a remake and you've seen the original, you'll be like, oh, I see what they did there. And you'll probably see better what I'm talking about when you see the movie. The CGI is so good. Like, it's to the point, we've gotten to the point with CGI where it looks almost realistic. And like, a lot of times I forgot that I was watching a CGI Lion King. It felt like I was watching actual lions. And with that comes the worry like, oh, can a real lion emote the way they emoted in the original? And they don't, of course they don't do it as well because you only have so much to work with an actual lion's face. But I think all things considered, the lions did emote very well. You know, of course, again, it's better than in the original. And one thing I did have a little bit of an issue, and it's not even that big of a deal, but like at the very end, and this is kind of spoilers, but if you've seen the original Lion King, it's not spoilers because, like I said, shot for shot. When Scar and Simba are fighting at the end, you know, there's fire everywhere, a little bit of darkness, and so you would lose track. Like, okay, who's that on top of who? Is that Simba or Scar? But you know, that's not really that big of a deal. Overall, I would say definitely see the movie. It's really good, really funny, especially Timon and Pumbaa, Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner. They were so funny, and like, you know, a lot of the dialogue even in this movie was the same as the original, but they totally made those characters their own. So yeah, overall, great movie. If you love The Lion King, you'll love this. If you have a stick up your ass and you want to complain about everything, you're probably going to find a lot to complain about, being that it's the same movie. But hey, you know, you play remastered video games, why not have a remastered Lion King? So that's all.